Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today, we're talking about everyone's favorite animal saving organization, PETA. Or at least they claim to save animals. I feel like in the late 2000s, PETA was actually taken kind of seriously. But all it takes is 5 seconds of research to find out why that's no longer the case. As it turns out, PETA is about as good at saving animals as a Game Boy cartridge with a dead battery. That is to say, they don't save animals at all. I'll leave it there because I don't want this video to be taken down, but just do 5 minutes of research and you'll find out what I'm talking about. Nowadays though, PETA is only relevant when it comes to video games. In the early 2010s, they got a lot of popularity for the wrong reasons. Going after popular Nintendo games in the name of saving animals. But I think the real reason was really just to get 5 minutes of fame online. Honestly though, some of the things they made in the past were pretty memorable and funny. When Black and White came out, they made a game called Pokemon Black and Blue, where Ash Ketchum was a ringleader enslaving the poor Pokemon. And no, I'm not making that up. That's actually a game that you can play. In a weird way though, it's actually kind of charming. Like the fact that they put in all that effort just to make a game, even if it's like 5 or 10 minutes, is actually pretty cool. And they actually made another game when Mario 3D Land came out on the 3DS. It was a 2D endless runner where you had to run after Mario to get your skin back as a Tanooki. PETA actually made up their own lore, saying that Mario was skinning Tanookis to get the power-up. If he does that to a Tanooki, I would hate to see what he does to elephants, cats, penguins, and frogs. Not to mention Bubbles when he gets that power-up. What a monster. As stupid as these two fake controversies were in the early 2010s, they were strangely enough charming. Especially when you consider that they actually put in the effort to make games. But this most recent controversy is just plain sad. Like they're just crying for help. And that they understand they've basically lost all relevance and just want to remind the world that they exist. And what am I talking about, I hear you ask? PETA is complaining because the cow in Mario Kart World has a nose ring. And I'm not even making that up. Honestly, when I first heard that PETA had an issue with the game, I thought they were going to complain that the cow could eat a cheeseburger, because you know that's cannibalism. But no, it's because he has a nose ring. Even though, you know, this is a made-up world in a video game. And they actually started a petition to have this changed. Even writing a letter to Furukawa, the CEO of Nintendo. I'd love to imagine the scenario where he throws the letter in a fire as he's counting his giant wad of cash, as big billionaires do, and that would be the end of it, as everyone has a big laugh. But there's also that 1 or 2% chance that Nintendo actually takes this seriously. Censorship is something that happens all the time in the gaming industry. Historically, anytime a game was localized for an American audience, it was also censored from the original Japanese release. A lot of times that happened because something that would be acceptable for a Japanese audience wouldn't be acceptable for an American audience. But that was something more unified with the Nintendo Switch, where everyone got the same version of the same game. The only real examples of censorship that I can remember from the Nintendo Switch revolve around Smash Bros. When Ultimate first released, there was a patch to have Game & Watch's sprite altered. Originally, his sprite represented an Indian, referencing an old Game & Watch game, but this was later changed to remove that, because some people complained online and it was offensive. So much so that Nintendo released a statement about it, saying that they were removing it from the game entirely. This also happened again when Steve came out. When the character first launched, there was a win victory screen where Steve was holding something in his hand. It looked pretty suggestive, which I thought was pretty funny actually, but given it was a game for kids, they removed it from the game entirely. So there is precedence for Nintendo removing things like this in the past, because of something a vocal minority said online. And I think it's important to remember that games are fictional. They're meant to be fun. It's not real life, and unrealistic things happen in video games. So the cow wearing the nose ring is really not that serious. If anything, I think it looks cool. What's next? Are they gonna complain because the cow's driving? Is the cow gonna crash because he doesn't have hands to control the steering wheel? Again, as stupid and funny as this is, it has the potential to ruin video games. I know PETA really just did this to have 5 seconds of fame, because again, they've lost all relevance. But go back to making games. Like, can we get one where you have to play as the chicken getting revenge on Link? Or one where you have to play as a Kremling getting revenge on Donkey Kong for making them an endangered species? I'm just giving you these ideas. Make it happen, PETA. But anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. If you liked it, go ahead and subscribe, it would really help out, and let me know your thoughts. Do you agree that this is another dumb controversy from PETA? Do you think they just need to shut up? Let me know, and thanks for watching the video, guys. Bye!